Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel, Light of Shaya. This is going to be a general reading for the month of June 2020 for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate for all of you. This is also referring to energies, so if you are not an Aries and the message resonates, then this is for you. This is also timeless, so regardless of whether or not you're watching it for the month of June 2020, the energies may be resonating for you at a later date. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to the reading.
Alright, so what do we have going on for the next month here? For the next month, this will be the month of June 2020. What do we have going on for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I hope you're all doing well. So I got the Magician, crossed by the Eight of Winter, or the Eight of Swords. Recent past, you have the Ten of Swords, pretty heavy energy there. For the future, we have the Ace of Swords, or the Ace of Winter. Let's see here if I could fit this all. Do my little crystal grid a little bit over. For how you're viewing the situation or moving forward, we have the King of Spring, or the King of Wands. This guy's been coming out a lot. And then for the foundation, or what basically got you into the space, it's the Six of Autumn, or the Six of Pentacles. It's equal give and take. For external influences here, I'm not sure if you can really see these. Got the Queen of Autumn, or the Queen of Pentacles. The internal influences, we have the Five of Autumn, or the Five of Pentacles, which is being left out in the cold. Interesting. For hopes and fears, we have the Empress, and for the future outcome, we have the Five of Spring, or the Five of Wands. I'll be clarifying these a little bit later. Alright, excuse me, let me take a sip of water here. Alright, so we got the Magician. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So we got the Magician here. So it looks like you're in full manifestation mode. Perhaps you're trying to bring something to fruition. However, you're being blocked by the Eight of Winter, or the Eight of Swords. You might have an issue with the throat chakra right now, because for whatever reason my throat's really closing up. The Eight of Swords is about mental constraints, so being in a place where you feel like you can't move, but it is mostly in the headspace, it's not actually in the physical world. So I wouldn't say it was like, for example, if you're in lockdown and you absolutely cannot leave the house or anything like that, but rather you feel like you can't move because of thoughts that are coming into your head that are telling you that you can't. It looks like you came from a very painful ending with the Ten of Winter, so that was in the recent past. Not sure why that is. But I'm really sorry to hear that happened, but the worst is over now, it seems like. Or at least I certainly hope so. For the Ace of Winter here, or the Ace of Swords, for the near future outcome, we have, it says here, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It is important to communicate clearly and accurately amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So I was mentioning the throat chakra a little bit earlier, so it's very likely that there's a truth that needs to be spoken, whether it's by you or by somebody else that you're dealing with. The King of Spring here, basically like how you're moving forward, innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical. So it looks like you're taking the role of a leader here. You're being authoritative, being decisive, and if you're, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're a man. This is just a masculine energy. So we deal with energies, not necessarily genders. I do want to specify that. So whenever I refer to masculine and feminine, it doesn't really matter if you're a man or a woman. We all embody masculine and feminine traits. So you're being very decisive, being strong, trying to keep it together, basically. With the Six of Autumn, or the Six of Pentacles, for what basically brought about this situation. Perhaps there was a situation where there wasn't equal give and take. You might have invested in something and you haven't really been seeing your investment coming to fruition. Whether this be in a business, or work, employment, or even a love interest. Perhaps you've been dealing with somebody who's not giving you what you have been giving them in turn. For external influences, we have the Queen of Autumn here. So we can go ahead and see that. It's the Queen of Pentacles. And interestingly enough, I'm seeing that wand here. I'm not sure if you could see that very well. But there's like magic coming out of it. And it makes me think here of the magician. You could see there's that similar spiral. And from what I understand, wherever spirals are present, that means deep healing is occurring. So you could be a healer, you could be like a light worker, or somebody that does like Reiki or offers other spiritual services that help people. Or you could be like a creative and you heal people through your work. With the external influence here, this might be a person who's helping you through this pain. Perhaps like a confidant, somebody who's very practical, nurturing, and generous. Let's see. Or perhaps you're meeting this person, or you've just met this person who's helping you out. For the internal influence here in this spread, we have the Five of Autumn, or the Five of Pentacles. So it feels like either you're feeling a sense of lack, and that sense of lack is potentially in terms of money. So you're feeling like you've fallen on hard times financially. Or it could be that you feel left out by somebody, abandoned by somebody, and it's left you in this not so happy place. However, with the Ten of Swords in the past here, or the Ten of Winter, you are going to be coming out of this if you already have not. For your hopes and fears, we have the Empress here. So it says here, time to take action. The power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. So it could be that you have invested in something, and that's why you're in manifestation mode. And that doesn't necessarily be like physical, like financial investments, but rather energetic investments that you're waiting on a return for. So you may be practicing like mantras, affirmations, visualizations, to try and bring a particular goal of yours that you have in mind to fruition. And you're basically afraid, either hopeful that it happens or afraid that it won't. I do want to take note that it says here time to take action on this card, so it is likely that you're afraid to take action, or you're waiting for somebody to take action on a certain subject. For the potential outcome, we have the Five of Spring, which is the Five of Wands. It says opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. So you could be dealing with people who are overly ambitious, people who are encroaching on you, people who may be taking advantage of you. So do keep an eye out for that. We'll be clarifying some of these cards, not all of them, just to kind of get an idea of what's going on here. So kind of curious about a few of the cards here. I'm going to be clarifying. Sorry, I'm shuffling off camera here because I don't have a lot of space to work with. And this cloth here, like if I try to shuffle on here, it's like it's very thin fabric. So then I have to like, oh, maybe I could do it that way. That way you can see I'm actually shuffling. Alrighty. If you're liking the content so far, please do feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. See, I cut the deck here and I saw the Three of Swords, so some of you may have been dealing with a heartbreak or somebody that broke your heart. It doesn't have to necessarily always be romantic interests. Sometimes family members and friends can break our hearts in their own way. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and clarify what this painful ending of yours was about. Ten of Winter. So we got the Ace of Wands here. Two of Wands. Oh, that's a progression there. So yeah, things are moving forward in terms of this this ending, painful ending. So it could have been, oh, there we go, a new project that you had started that you wanted to see come to fruition. So the Ace of Wands here, you can see here, could be it also. I want to take note also that this is in the third eye space, so really coming in congruence here with the Magician, that you're manifesting something probably through visualization, and perhaps you're feeling frustrated, or almost like I'm taking note of the way that she's looking out, very hopeful, like the world is here and there's travel. So you might be feeling disappointed because a certain something hasn't come to fruition yet, but there is a progression, so this is good. And then you have the Page of Pentacles here, so this could have been somebody that delivered you a gift, or you're waiting for that gift or that physical manifestation to come to fruition. And since you're not seeing it, you've been feeling pretty frustrated and pretty beat up about the situation. But it looks like you're maintaining some form of hope. Whether you know it or not, like deep down inside, there's a level of hope. So what is the Magician about? And I'll clarify the Eight of Winter. What's the Magician about, Spirit? Okay, oh, we got one here. Ooh, that's a progression there. The High Priestess. There, so you can kind of see it. I'll show them up close to you in a second here. It's a really beautiful deck. It's the Lightseer deck. We got another page, the Page of Wands. So I'm noticing that in this spread, there isn't a lot of cups. Oh, it was almost like, oh, you're not about to say that. I was just noticing there was absolutely no cups in this spread, so I was wondering if this was even romantic, like if there was any relationship stuff coming out. But it looks like here you are in full-blown manifestation mode in terms of trying to bring in a union, perhaps, of some sort. So I'm going to go ahead and show you these cards individually. So you got the High Priestess there. So you may be receiving a lot of downloads. I'm kind of seeing like this opening here above her head, the crown chakra coming through her. Very serene, powerful. This is the spiritual divine feminine aspect in the tarot deck. And then you got the Page of Wands here. So passionate new beginning. You're really manifesting a passionate new beginning using your spiritual gifts and your intuition. And then you have the Two of Cups here, which is a spiritual union. This could be, generally speaking, I see this as like a soulmate kind of energy, so this is probably romantic for most of you. Doesn't necessarily have to be for all of you, but the energy that I'm picking up on here for this particular Magician is that a lot of you are trying to manifest a new love, or somebody from the past coming in that you've been really hoping for. Alrighty, Aries. That's not what it is. It could be that you're trying to bring together, maybe there's a, the way I'm also seeing it is for those of you who are already in a relationship, maybe you're trying to spark So with the Page of Wands, like sparking that like childish energy, that inner child sparking out for the Two of Cups with a commitment that you already have, perhaps a marriage that you're already in. And then with the High Priestess is this is leading you down a path of spiritual enlightenment. There's a lot of spiritual growth between you two because of this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clarify the Eight of Winter now, because we really want to know why this block is here. Why is the Eight of Swords here, the Eight of Winter, Spirit? Why are you here? And we'll look into this one when it comes out. We'll look into what advice Spirit has a little bit later on. Too many cards fell out there. Go ahead and shuffle here. Interesting. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, which there's another Queen of Pentacles in the spread here, the Queen of Autumn, in the external influences. So that's really interesting. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles here. And then we have the Three of Cups. So there's a few different ways I can interpret this. There could be like a potentially a third-party situation going on here that's blocking this manifestation that you're coming through, that you're trying to break through to manifest in reality. Doesn't necessarily have to be so, but there could be, mentally speaking, like in your head, you don't know how to quite move forward with your finances. Since we do have Two Pentacles here, you might be concerned about finances here. There could be, I don't know why I'm picking up on this, there could be some sort of wedding or like a plan of some sort that you're trying to invest in. So like obviously weddings are very pricey. If you're trying to go like, have a really fancy wedding, or even if they're not fancy, sometimes they can get pretty expensive very quickly. So maybe you want to move forward with some sort of marriage or celebration of some sort, a renewal of vows perhaps, and right now you're kind of worried or feeling like you can't move forward with it. And of course that would also make sense given the current circumstances right now with lockdown. Some businesses are starting to open up, but if you don't have the finances or even the ability to go out and book a place like a venue where you would like to hold this at, you're not you simply cannot do it right now. I don't know why I was picking up on that very strongly. So that message is probably for somebody out there. I'm not sure who. But there, I do see Three of Cups usually does resemble third-party situations. So this could also be a third-party situation that has left you feeling stuck, or if you're dealing with a person, they're feeling stuck because of it, but they really want to move forward with an offer here, but they don't know how to do it. Or perhaps there's a reconciliation that they want to move towards, but they don't know how to, or you don't know how to, and you want to bring about some sort of gift, some sort of proposal, something, in order to bring things into each other, whoever it is, into each other's good graces. I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles here. She seems very sure of herself, almost like very peaceful and serene. So I find it interesting. Perhaps you're waiting. Perhaps you feel like you need to wait for something, and that's why you're feeling kind of stuck, because you know that you have to wait for whatever it is that's coming towards you. I'm hoping that made sense to somebody out there. So Ace of Winter is the Ace of Swords, and there may be a truth coming out here. Let's see. That card wanted to come out. Ooh, okay, the World. That's really, really powerful energy there. So the completion of a cycle, a brand new beginning. It's the beginning and the end, basically, of something. When something ends, it allows for something new to come into place. It could also mean travel. You could be getting news that you're going somewhere, that you're traveling somewhere with somebody, or that things are, I don't know why I'm picking up on that venue thing a lot. But maybe somebody, oh wow, the Magician again. Full-blown manifestation mode. Maybe somebody managed to find a place to hold the wedding, or some sort of service. This one going to come out. Okay. Right, some sort of service, and so now things are starting to look up. They're going to bring this clarity and truth to you. If that's not the case, it could be that somebody wants to put an end to something and start something new. They've been manifesting this, so they've been using a lot of their spiritual power, so to speak. So using thoughts, mantras, affirmations, etc. Feelings, positive feelings, trying to manifest through happiness and joy, love. And then Four of Swords here, Four of Swords stands for a period of healing after a heartbreak, perhaps. So there could be, excuse me, there could be a truth coming out that will allow you to heal, and that'll put an end to a previous cycle that you were dealing with. And this will help you start manifesting the future that you want. Something new, different, something that'll make you happier. So that's pretty good. Pretty good reading so far. I mean, it started off pretty heavy, but things are looking a little bit better now. Who is this Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Autumn here that you're dealing with? This really wanted to come out. The King of Pentacles, so that's funny. Got counterparts there. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This could be a couple that you're dealing with that's trying to help you out financially. Could be like your mother and father. Could be somebody that you're close with that's perhaps an older couple. I'm seeing that this man's a little bit older. Okay, got the Three of Pentacles, which stands for collaboration, and I'm seeing three people here, so it could be this couple and yourself working towards something. I don't know why I'm getting like inheritance. There could be like something to do with an inheritance for somebody. And then we have the Hermit here. So whoever it is that you're dealing with, these people, because I'm getting heavy that this is probably a group of people. I'll break it down if that's not the case for some of you, because remember, this is a general reading, so this is the energy I'm picking up on right now. With the Queen of Autumn and the King of Pentacles, it makes me think of a couple. It's very likely that you're dealing with a couple, and in particular, since I noticed that this gentleman's a little bit older, it could be an older couple. So like, let's say a mother, a father, it could be a grandfather and a grandmother. Doesn't have to be, but you're potentially collaborating with these people. See how they're all working on that tapestry there together? And then we have the Hermit here. So it could be that there was a lot of going within for these people, having to spend a lot of time contemplating and thinking about next steps with them. If it's not a couple that you're dealing with, it could also be a work related situation where you're having to work. Right? But it could be an employment, something having to do with work where you're dealing with a lot of people at work. and collaborating with them. But you're having to go inside, or they're having to really spend some time alone to consider things, to really look at things from a different perspective. This doesn't have to necessarily be physical, however, it is coming up with the like pentacles, so it could be like you're physically seeing these people, but it could potentially also be like, since the Hermit is here, like through meetings on, what is it, like Skype or Zoom or any of those like video chat programs that you can use to talk with people. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are involved with this situation. It looks like, if you were planning a wedding or something like that, like or a business trip or something along those lines, because we did have the World earlier, could be that you're working with these people to figure out a way to move a project off the ground, or really move forward with a business idea, etc. Let's see here. What is the Five of Autumn? I'm hoping some of this is making sense for some of you, because I'm not really sure if I'm reading these accurately for you. Alrighty. So, okay. Whoa, 3 of them exactly wanted to pop out for this Five of Autumn. Just clarifying these. And then when I split the deck, I'm also seeing the Lovers and the Five of Cups. So this could be, and then we have the Six of Pentacles down here again. At the bottom of the deck. That's interesting. So for some of you, this could be a love situation. It could be that you or your person is dealing, so going back to the external influences here, you or your person could be dealing with family members that are not necessarily intervening, but wanting to help your person or you to move forward with something. But in the end, what really needs to happen here is that you or your person needs to really go inside and figure out what it is that they want for themselves. For the Five of Pentacles or the Five of Autumn here, it's often depicted as abandonment or like being left out in the cold. I'll go ahead and read this. Reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. So internally, you could be feeling challenged by money issues. You could be having issues with your money, and that's why you're in full-blown manifestation mode, really trying to bring certain business projects or employments to fruition. Sorry, just had to drink some water. So we got the King of Wands again. This guy's been coming out a lot, so this could be like an entrepreneurial pursuit that you have. Because I know he's often depicted as the entrepreneur. So is the Queen of Wands. This is a more masculine, like active, doing, moving forward, projecting kind of energy. So despite you feeling this sense of lack, it looks like you're really trying to push forward and pull through regardless of what's going on externally, which Spirit will reward you for. I know that for a fact. It's just a matter of time. So we have the Death and Rebirth card here. I'll go ahead and show you that. Your Death and Rebirth. So you've gone through a massive internal transformation, perhaps, or you put an end to something because of this Five of Pentacles energy of being left out in the cold, or abandonment, or feeling a lack of finances, of money. And then we have Temperance. So this is a divinely guided event. It looks like it was required in order for you to find balance internally between your masculine and feminine traits. So masculine is projective and feminine is receptive. So really being able to know when to take action, when not to, when to plan, when to put those plans into action, when to take moments to rest and practice self-care, and when it is that you should move full force towards something that you want. Temperance is also divine timing, and it is also a sign of being led divinely. So you have a lot of angels and guides who are currently guiding you through this transition right now. So what do we have here for the Empress? Why is the Empress here? Quite a few cards fell out. I'm not taking those. Why is the Empress here, Spirit Guides? Okay, that card I'll take. Pick it up in just a moment here. Okay, Emperor. Whoa, So we have a couple in here. We have the divine counterpart. So some of you may be dealing with a high-level soulmate. Oh, goodness. Okay. So we got a few cards for your hopes and fears. We have the Emperor here. And then we have the Empress. The King of Swords. And the Three of Swords. So it looks like you may be afraid of having your heart broken again. I don't know why I said again, but it's likely that you had your heart broken in the past. And it could be because this had to deal with a divine counterpart, or if you're already in a marriage, you feel that the person that you're with is your divine counterpart, or is a soulmate of some type that you're with, and they may have broken your heart in the past. And then with the King of Swords is a very logical, authoritative, cold, detached energy. So it could be that this Emperor or King of Swords has acted cold and detached and controlling in the past. You could have been dealing even, I don't know why I'm getting the need to say this, but you could have been dealing with a narcissist in the past who was using you, and you're breaking free from that. So yeah, in your hopes and fears, you're hoping that you can get past this, you're hoping that healing can come, and you're hoping that you can get away from this, or you're afraid that this person will continue to break your heart, and they will continue to behave in a detached and controlling manner. Wow, that's pretty heavy. So it looks like there's a lot of really good internal shifts going on for you, Aries, but there is some outside influences here, or things that don't seem to be playing out in your favor, so to speak. These things are happening for you, not to you. I do want to really emphasize that. So even though you may feel, I got chills when I said that too, even if you may feel like things may not be going in your favor, they will be. It's just a matter of time, okay? So hang in there. Five of Spring. Okay, that card really won. Okay, we got another Wands card. We have the Nine of Wands. Should really get used to shuffling over here. It's just a tiny bit harder to shuffle for me over up top here, but I kind of want to have you guys see that. Okay, this one wanted to pop out. Oh my goodness. The Four of Cups. What's the Five of Spring here, Spirit? Let's jump out. Okay. And then bottom of the deck we have Knight of Pentacles, so slow forward movement. We have the Ten of Swords, the ending of a cycle. My SD card ran out of space, so I had to go ahead and delete some stuff. So we got the Four of Cups. Like I was saying, you're feeling emotionally unfulfilled. You're tired. You're just like, oh, when is this going to be over? Can it just be over, please? And then we have the Page of Swords here. So this could be dealing with a child, Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be, but this is like new ideas. So from this space, at least there's some positive thinking going on. You can kind of see the light bulbs up on the top there. She's got a book there, but she's also teetering on the edge. So it's almost like you're coming into new knowledge, but there's a level of like unsurety, like not really knowing. Once again, this is happening for you, not to you. So if you're going through a hard time right now, just trust in spirit and know that this is going to benefit you in the end. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Angels and Ancestors deck, or Oracle card deck here. Go ahead. I can't really, like I said, it's really hard for me to shuffle up here, so I'm going to go ahead and have to shuffle these down here. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm hearing the word travel, so you could be, some of you out there could be planning on traveling or making plans to travel somewhere, or it could be a relocation, a move. Don't have the Chariot here, or any card, or like even the Eight of Wands or anything like that. That's really saying forward movement, but this might be just for a couple of you. Okay. So, what messages do we have from the viewers, angels, and ancestors here? What do they want to say to us? What? Okay. Got the broken arrow here. Okay, I'm gonna pull all of these actually because I don't know, I feel the need to pull these all. Okay, so we have quite a few cards here. We got the broken arrow, which stands for embrace the energy of peace. So right now, meditation is really important. Taking time for yourself is really important, okay? Embrace the energy of peace. You have a lot going on outside, but it's time for you to go within and really spend that time to take care of yourself and embrace the energy of peace, okay? I know it's really hard sometimes, but it's necessary. And the spiritual journey is never an easy one. And it does require a great deal of effort on our behalf. Unlock the magic within, the magic guardian. So you are really unlocking the magic within you right now. You are in full-blown manifestation mode. I've seen the magician a couple times here. Yeah, we got the magician here and the magician here. We have the high priestess. We have a divine coupling. There's a lot of really powerful energy surging through you right now. And you're probably going through an ascension process right now. You may or may not be aware of it. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Remember how I was telling you things are happening for you and not to you, okay? Just keep that in mind. Spirit does have a plan for you, and I know things are looking really tough right now for you, for some of you, and keep in mind that this is really important to take that time to understand that this is happening for you. Okay, and then we have mountain, stand your ground. So you could be dealing with an argument with somebody, because I do have that combativeness here. You can be having arguments, disagreements with somebody, with not even with one person, but perhaps with multiple people. And it's Spirit is saying, stand your ground. You know internally what it is that you need to do. Your intuition's already guiding you in the right direction. Okay, Aries. What other messages do we have here? I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck here. Sorry, once again, I'm gonna shuffle off camera. I've already pre-shuffled these, but I always like to be thorough with my shuffling. And okay, what is it that we need to hear from the animal spirits for the sign of Aries? And rising card will spread, please. Animal spirits, what do you have for us today? Pull that card. Something told me to. White Waven. Cannot speak. White Waven. White Waven Spirit. Pulling out a little Elmer foot there for you. White Raven Spirit. Trust in the magic. Okay? That's a really powerful message there. And the number is 66 here, so if you're into angel numbers, I suggest looking into those. So at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. And then we have the Pig Spirit here, who, oh my goodness, and look at this. Okay, hold on. I gotta... Sorry, my cards got kind of messed up here. I'm gonna fix them up real quick before I show you this. This is really, really good. Okay, so I'm really excited for you. So we have Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. So once again, blend, with the Temperance card, blend emotion and logic. Use intuition and practicality when moving forward, okay? And then we have the Mouse Spirit here. Tend to the small things. So because of all of this crap that you've been going through, it's likely that you've kind of forgotten about the small details. There might be things that have been slipping under the radar. Pay attention to those things. And this could be little things as well, like eating right, making sure you stay hydrated, that kind of stuff. Remember, the physical body is our avatar, and we do have to take care of it to a certain extent, right? Because we want to be happy and healthy. And then look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Be Spirit. Sweet results await. So I know things may on the surface look really difficult right now, but Spirit is telling you, like, this is just, the animal spirits are letting you know that sweet results are coming your way, okay? It's just a matter of persevering. With the Nine of Wands here, it's about persevering. That card is also about perseverance. Just keeping going, keeping with the going. Just just pull through, okay, Aries? And then I would like to pull just a few more, because sometimes I really like the advice that our spirit animals and angels and ancestors give us to kind of pull through. I like to end on a positive note here. So let's see here. What do the angels want to tell us today? I'm going to go ahead and be pulling from this deck here. It's the Angel Oracle deck. Oh, okay, these two wanted to pop out. And this one wanted to come out as well. Bottom of the deck, we have Honor Your Feelings, Archangel Haniel. So there could be feelings that you need to express to somebody, and it's okay to express those feelings, okay? Remember to stand your ground. So Earth Angel we have here. Thank you, angels, for inspiring to be more like you. So some of you could be Earth Angels. You guys could be light workers, star seeds, that kind of thing. I wouldn't get too attached to the titles. I know a lot of people do like to get attached to titles, but I don't mean to preach or anything like that, but do keep in mind that when you attach yourself to a title like that, you're feeding your ego, okay? And ego doesn't necessarily always help us out. Like it's practical in certain places, but on the spiritual journey, it doesn't have a lot of space, okay? We have the miracle of forgiveness. So this is Archangel Jeremiah. Thank you, Jeremiah, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. So there may be people in the past that you need to forgive. There could be people that, once again, because of all the combativeness, people that you've been struggling, arguing with, there could be a sense of like you wanting to like be like, no, screw that person, I don't want to deal with them anymore, or like feeling that anger. Remember, what is that saying? I think it was the Buddha who said it, who says, I'm going to have to paraphrase here because it's not coming to mind perfectly right now, but it's something along the lines like hating someone or wishing for someone, hating someone is like, or wishing them bad is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Obviously, if you drink poison, you're going to be the one that's going to be dying, right? So these nasty feelings of like anger and hatred and all that, don't get me wrong, anger does have its place, but keep in mind that with anger, it serves a purpose. Sometimes it is that spark of like, I need to stand my ground and no, this is not okay for you to behave this way, but it's not meant to be a permanent state of being. You shouldn't carry that anger with you all the way along your journey, okay? So practicing forgiveness is really going to help elevate you, and it's only going to help you bring in blessings, okay? And speaking of standing your ground and using anger in a productive way, we have the peaceful warrior here. So her name here is Archangel Ariel. So thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. Weren't we talking about standing ground? Interestingly enough, with that mountain, see, it's okay for you to stand your ground. With the Nine of Wands energy, it's okay for you to say, no, I know this is what I need to do, or no, this is what I want. I will not bend to your will. Okay, it is okay for you to do that because you internally already know what it is that you want, what it is that you need, okay? So it is totally okay for you to do that. Don't let people walk all over you just because you're kind and sweet. I know this from personal experience. There have been places, but people in places rather, that used to do this to me, whether it was at work or whatnot, and I've always been the kind of person who's very, very kind and sweet and gentle, or try to be, and some people would mistake that as a sign of like weakness, which is furthest from the truth, because in order for you to be strong, despite your past, how hard the past may have been, coming from a place of love and compassion takes so much more power and strength than for you to be bitter all the time, right? So there were times where people would see this as a sign of weakness, and instead of backing down, I'd be like, okay, this is not okay for you to do this anymore. I'm going to have to A, either ask you to stop, or B, I'm going to have to do something that removes you from my life. And then after that, depending on the quality of the person, they may see like, oh, so-and-so, isn't really screwing around. I got to respect them. And that's okay for you to do. I know it's hard to get into that Queen of Swords kind of energy of like cutting people out and being very direct. But trust me, being sweet all the time is not necessarily always going to reap the results that you'd like. Okay. So, do we have any other messages for Aries here? Any other messages for Aries? I'm not really feeling. You know what? Sure. I'm gonna pull one card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. Let's see. What do we have from our spirit animals here? Any advice for us? Anything? And I'll be reading from the book for this one. This one really wanted to pop out. Dolphin. Okay, so that's a really nice card. And then we have the black egg on the bottom. So lots of potential here, okay? And then horse below that. The horse is a very powerful creature of like forward movement. They're very resilient, and they can endure quite a bit. So that's probably your energy coming through of enduring and being like, ugh, but like pushing through it. So dolphin is a very joyous spirit here. You can see just like with the pinks and the yellows, and look at that smile. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the guidebook for this one here. Would like to ask you for your patience, please, while I find it. Here we go. Thank you. So, innately intelligent, yes, you are. And healer, light, blessings. Okay. So, once again, with that Earth Angel, a lot of you are probably light workers, star seeds, that kind of nature. So, you incarnated here on our planet to help raise the vibration and to spread love, okay? So the gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts, as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact that they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day, and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. Okay. I really wanted to like emphasize that last part because we have the bee spirit here. And with the bee spirit, remember, sweet results await. Okay? So you have blessings coming your way. Hang in there. I cannot emphasize enough. Hang in there. Be strong. Be happy. Try and be happy in the waiting period. Okay? If you're having a hard time, like if you're feeling out of balance with this, you're underestimating your own power. So this is something that I too have struggled with in the past, where I don't recognize my own power. Sometimes we fall victim to our mindsets, and we fall victims to our external circumstances, but really the power comes from within to change ourselves and to change our outside circumstances. When in balance, it's active healer, strong spiritual practice. So a lot of you probably are already in that space of being having a strong spiritual practice. So whether it's mindfulness in everything that you do, meditation, that kind of thing. For those of you who are churchgoers, that could be your place of meditation, your place of community. To bring it into balance, it is saying get together with like-minded spirits. So try and reach out to like forums if you can't really find anyone like yourself. Reach out to forums. I mean, you could talk to me here, like I am here for you if you really want to chat. Channel's small right now. It doesn't really have anybody, so I have nothing but time right now to chat with people who want to. But that's basically what it is, right? So like-minded spirits really help elevate you and really help bring out that joy inside of you. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you so much. I'm going through some growing pains right now with the channel, trying to figure out like lighting and like the best place to set things up. So I do apologize for that. If it inconveniences you in any sort of way, my little LED light doesn't work as well as I would have hoped it did. It died within like 20 minutes of the reading. So this is a pretty lengthy reading. But if you like my content, please like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. I would love to be able to get these messages out to more people to help elevate them. My channel, Light of Shaya, is all about helping uplift and illuminate people, illuminate the path forward. I really want to help people understand what's going on with a more spiritual twist, because I know a lot of people really are into the like more three-dimensional, like physical, like relationships and like jobs and stuff like that. And I think that's excellent. We do live in a a very grounded realm, but it is important for us to understand that we are on a spiritual journey, right? So I would love to get this message out to more people. So do please hit that like and subscribe button so we can get the message out. Once again, I thank you immensely for having joined me here today. I hope that this reading brought you some clarity or some hope. This is for the month of June 2020, but this is timeless. Like I said, just want to reiterate that. So, just so you're wondering, you may be going through this or you will be going through this, okay? So, thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day, and that's about it for now. So, bye bye.